So the benefits of having Irish citizenship, one of them is ultimately that you could lead to having this handy dandy passport in your wallet. This is like your New York State driver's license. It's also accompanied by a regular passport, that lovely burgundy colored passport that you get. But what other benefits are there? For example, let's talk about how long can you stay in Ireland if you're not a citizen, and how long can you stay if you are a citizen?
Yeah. Well, you've just shown a very helpful prop there, which is the passport card. It's a useful photographic ID. I should note that that passport card, and Mina will correct me if I'm wrong, is acceptable as ID to enter and travel within the European Union and the European Economic Area, but you can't use it to enter the US or to travel internationally. I should also mention, and this may apply to many of your viewers, that if you are a dual citizen of both the US and Ireland after this process, according to United States law, you're required to enter and leave the US on your United States passport. So that is an important thing to bear in mind. You can bring both passports with you as you travel, but for the purposes of immigration, you should always enter and leave on your US passport.
And you should also make sure that both documents are very valid and up to date, because we've had people that have experienced issues with traveling into Ireland on a near to expiration US passport and had a problem with airlines coming back. So always make sure you check your documents before you book a flight. Now, what I went back over one more thing there. Like, how long can you stay in Ireland if you're?
Well, if you're a citizen, you can stay in Ireland indefinitely. There's no issue there. So that's a clear advantage, and you won't require a visa to work. Whereas to live and work in the US without citizenship requires you to apply for a visa that's limited. And you can visit, obviously, without citizenship or a visa for, I think it's 3 months.
3 months,
Yeah.
90 days.
But the benefits extend to that you have that right indefinitely, and it extends to, because Ireland is a member of the European Union, you also have that right de facto to live and work in 27 EU member states. So that's quite an attractive option for a lot of people.
Indeed. And this can be passed down, if it's done correctly, it can be passed down to another generation, provided all the different mechanisms you described.
Yeah, I mean, the key there, Dan, is that if you're trying to pass, if you obtain citizenship through foreign birth registration or citizenship by descent, and you want to pass that on to your children, you need to complete this process before they're born. That's essentially it, because if you become a citizen after they're born, it doesn't pass on automatically.
Okay. Well, that's very good to know. Now, obviously, gathering documents is a little bit easier than it used to be. The older you are, this process might be a little more difficult because some documents were destroyed in the forecourts. There's a couple of rare occasions where you can't find stuff. I was one of those people. It was very difficult to find my grandparents, but it's become easier, and also through electronic means, a lot of these documents can be transferred a little bit faster. So what is if you had all your ducks in a row, how long do you expect, best case, worst case for a process?
If you've gathered all your documents and you're ready to submit online, I think you can plan for a 9 to 12 month wait time for the process. And I think it's important to be upfront and honest with people about that, so they're prepared. It's not a quick fix, but the process, I mean, I guess that reflects the fact that citizenship brings a lot of rights and entitlements, and we need to verify your identity and your lineage. But assuming you have all that together, it's a 9 to 12 month wait.
Okay. And after you get your citizenship, again, you can ultimately apply for your passport. And your passport, of course, is another helpful piece of identification. As you move forward, maybe if you move to Ireland, those two documents become very handy. Now, obviously, the consulate across the United States and the embassy is here to support people that are seeking citizenship and passport applications, etc. But people sometimes want to get some other kind of support, and there are other support mechanisms. Who would you recommend as a good support system? Do you have to hire a lawyer, or can you go to, say, an Irish immigration center?
This isn't the case of applying for citizenship.
Yeah, gathering all your information.
I mean, we don't, I mean, our advice is that the requirements for citizenship are quite clear. They're online. We're at people's disposal. If they have any questions, we're very happy to take them and assist them through the process. So, you know, there are private sector operators out there who are charging for this, and that's a perfectly legal practice, but it's not something that we endorse. We don't endorse any particular private sector third party actor. We have great relationships with the many Irish immigration centres in the US through our immigrant support program, which provides funding for their activities, and they can also provide great advice, not just in terms of citizenship, but also for Irish citizens who may need consular assistance or advice on their immigration status here in the US. So I think those are good ports of call.
Well, that's great to know. And it's great to know that they're out there and they're supported by the Irish state. Look, the Irish Department of Foreign Affairs is the envy of many other countries. The support that they give to the diaspora, the support that they give to the people from Ireland is incredible, and it's regardless of age. It's just a wonderful network, and these centers are really there to help people. We all know that very well. Finally, I guess the only other question is, so I'm an Irish citizen. I've done it through this process. Am I entitled to the same rights as somebody that was born in Ireland that didn't have to go through this process? Is there anything that's exclusionary as somebody that enters in this way?
No, as an Irish citizen, you're a citizen of, we're a republic, so all citizens are cherished and treated equally. So the entitlements you have are absolutely the same. Now, if you're looking at, say, moving or immigrating to Ireland as a newly mentioned Irish citizen, you know, as with any case, if you move countries, there's always going to be bureaucratic processes that you'll have to go through. If, for instance, you want to get a social security number or so on, and there'll be additional institutional steps. But your entitlements as an Irish citizen are absolutely the same as someone born in the country.
Well, that's comforting to know. There's no second-class citizens in Ireland. Gentlemen and lady, I really appreciate this as a first stepping stone for the National Immigration Chair to begin these conversations on the many, many aspects of Irish immigration. As the oldest and largest national organization representing the people here, Americans and Irish people, it's comforting to know this relationship exists, that we can continue to have these kind of conversations. And again, Andrew, as you close your time here in New York, I have to commend you as being an excellent representative, as many that have come before you, and we look forward to seeing who comes after you. So thank you very much, and thank you, Mina, and thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Dan. Very welcome. And
Glad to
yeah,
have-
thanks to Sean and John too.